Hello, welcome again to this another tirade of just consciousness while playing Zombie Driver. Slaughter mode, of course. I really do think that sometimes you just look at the celebrity magazines. What's on the front cover? It's like, is somebody having a baby? Is somebody cheating on somebody? The problem I find is like, yeah, okay, your own life might actually be more interesting. If you concentrate more on your own life and less on whoever, you might have more of an interesting life, because you might say, oh, I haven't seen this friend in a long time, let's see if I can get in contact with him. Or it really annoys me when it's just like, I wish I was a celebrity. They have amazing lives. Yeah, you can have an amazing life without having all this being a celebrity. You really can. You've just got to have the friends and make sure you keep in contact with them, because you can go to dinner parties and such. Well, not really dinner parties. Dinner parties can be boring if they're not done right. What really annoys me about some people, it's like, I've got to have this, I've got to have that. Well, yeah, and then they say, well, why have you got that? Well, no, that's not really the right way to say it, is it? Gotta have this, gotta have that. Ah, this is what I meant. You've got to have the right TV, you've got to have the right clothes. Why? Okay, TV I can sort of understand. Phone... yeah, sort of. Clothing? Fashion? If you want to be fashionable, wear something that you like and you think looks good. Screw what everyone else thinks. It's like, I've been told several times that shirts aren't fashionable. What? Why? It's like, yeah, you're wearing a t-shirt, and okay, you might not like shirts, but I like shirts. I like wearing shirts. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't wear a shirt. A shirt is an interesting thing to wear, and it's like, it's not like I'm wearing lederhosen or something. It's something reasonable that's interesting to wear and practical. Can keep you cool. Okay, there is one downside to wearing a shirt. The collar marks means that if you're doing anything physically active, you won't be able to wear it more than once. But even then, that was a bad mistake. Yeah, some things I just don't think are very. And you've got to be into this music, you've got to be into this. Well, yeah, you're not being individual, are you? You're just following the crowd. And, okay, I've been privy to that, I've got to admit, but it was because, frankly, I thought something was interesting, and it's like, let's start talking about soaps. Apparently everybody in the universe has got to be into a soap. Yeah. The problem with soaps is that they've got a continuous story. A continuous, as in, you can actually be born and still not know the end of the story. The show will never end. And frankly, it's pretty goddamn pathetic that they're still popular. I really don't know why. Because the story will never end. Okay, a character you might like goes out of the soap, but the overall story arc never goddamn ends. New people go in and there are magazines. I swear to you, there are magazines in Britain. If you're not in Britain, You've probably seen them if you're in Britain. But there are magazines about soaps. I have seen. There's wastes of paper, and there are wastes of paper. That is just pretty much the biggest waste of paper I've ever seen in my life, because you sort of think, well, why? It doesn't make any sense. You just look at it and think, why do people watch this? And why do people make magazines about it? It's like magazines about cars. There's a subject there. There's news. There's things that improve. There are things that are interesting. A soap. Wow, somebody kissed someone else. Okay. So, what's the big idea of why do people read them? It's okay. There are some science fiction soaps, such as Star Trek. That really is a soap. If you think about it, if you think about TNG, it's a bit like a soap. Okay, the storyline doesn't continue from episode to episode. It does sometimes. There are story arcs, but some of them you just think aren't really that connected, and you just think, well, it just really boggles the mind why people are into such complete and utter bullshit. You just sort of, why are you into this? What's the appeal? I don't get it. Okay, I'm into some things you might not be into. That's fine, but they're interesting. I find them interesting. It's like, even in today's society, why are soaps interesting? Technology is interesting to me. It might not be to you. You might be into music. That's fine. Music's an interesting subject. There's a lot of genre in there. You might be into things like Formula 1. That's an interesting subject as well. But soaps, things like Hollyoaks, EastEnders. What? Why is that an interesting subject? It's a storyline that keeps on going and going and goddamn going. It never ends. It just never ends. It's like a horde mode, like I'm doing right now. And with horde modes, you die. Well, I'm not dying at the moment. I don't know why I'm not dying at the moment. I thought this video wasn't going to be 5 hours long. It really just sort of boggles the mind at why some subjects are supposed to be interesting. And frankly, I don't find them interesting at all. Because it's like soaps. Why bother? Okay, sorry. Tirade over. Thank you for watching again. And one day I'll get you ChiliCon. ChiliCon one day. Alright. Thanks for watching.